Welcome to our psychic readings. We are going live for these beautiful readings. However, if you are catching the replay with any of my psychic readings of my videos, you can literally ask a question in your mind. You can close your eyes, ask a question. You can say the question out loud or just in your mind, whichever is easiest for you. You can literally scroll the little toggle across and then you can just randomly stop it. You can press play and there will be a message for you if you listen in there. So that's with any of my psychic readings. Like if you miss me live, you can always, like on any of the replays, if you still want a reading, like if you want a question answered, you can literally do that little trick. So welcome to my psychic readings this evening or this afternoon or this morning, wherever you are catching this around the world. So let me share this and I shall be fully present with you as always. Let me know if you're here live. Hearing myself. Let me know if you're here live or if catching the replay. You can comment hashtag replay and we shall jump right on in. Excited to do these this evening. Some powerful energies around, that's for sure. All right, if I figure this out, hang on a second. Oh, I think it's here. Okay, I don't know what I do wrong here. I figure it out and then I don't. You would think after 5 years that I got the hang of this, but nope. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right, I'm back. Hang on a sec. See? Do it anyway. You're never going to be perfect. I tell you that much. If you're waiting to be perfect, you'll be dead before you're perfect. That's for sure. All right, let me bring up the comments here as well. Perfect. Not gonna be perfect. Okay, all right, so welcome. Okay, so how I work with my live psychic readings is, like I said, you have to be live. Otherwise, if you're catching the replay, like I said, you can always just scroll the little toggle. Like, you know how on a video you can like fast forward it, but it's scrolling the little toggle across. By the way, I got scammers here already. If somebody messages you and it looks like my account and I'm like, hey, message me for a reading, like give me your bank details, give me your credit card, like guys, it's a scam. I don't do that, okay? Not a thing. So this person on the you know, like message me, I have an important secret message for me. Like, come on, really? No. No. Okay. Just going to get rid of this person. So any comments like that or anything, you just report their profile. Just report them because yeah, they're definitely not me. Okay, so how I work, like I said, if you're watching the replay, little scroll the toggle across, you can press play and listen to the message. It will be a message for you. So it's with any of my replays that you catch on a psychic reading. And if you are live, how I work is you can just say, yes, please, I would love a reading, or yes, please, or card, please. And we can do that now. So if you type in the comments, and I obviously get a list of yeses, and I'll intuitively scroll through and pick a person. You have to remain live to be able to have a reading. And yeah, you have to be live, basically, because that's just not fair for people. I'm like, yes, please, and then you're not here. It's like, that's not fair. Hi, Josephine. Hi, beautifuls. So lovely to have you all here. Okay. Alternatively, if you would like to book a private psychic reading, you can do that as well. You can find the link on my page somewhere, or if you go to my website, realityawareness.com, under psychic readings, you'll be able to, under work with me, and then psychic readings, you'll be able to book a private reading or send me a message and we can organize that. All right, so Laurel, I see Laurel there and I feel called to read for Laurel. So of course, as always, even if you are live and I don't read for you, always listen because there's always a message. All right, so what have we got? Oh, always listen because there's always a message. Maybe this is for everybody. Kind of funny because I was literally getting all these downloads about clairaudience over the past 48 hours. You know how I've had all these downloads coming in. So clairaudience has been big on my mind and big on my heart. So the listen card has come up for you specifically, Laurel, because I'm reading for Laurel. However, like I said, everybody can listen and hear a message. So for you, Laurel, I feel like this is about listening to your heart, actually. And it's interesting, because the bottom card of the deck is follow your heart, yeah? And I just feel like I want to say the answer to your prayer is in following your heart, yeah? I feel like you're asking and asking and asking, but you're not listening. And this Manjusuri has a sword up there, and it's almost like, okay, we've got to like cut through this bullshit, you know, like cut through this bullshit, and it's like you're listening. I want to say you're asking, you're hearing the messages, but you're not listening. You're not cutting the cords to the crap that is holding you back, and it's almost like your own self-doubt. And maybe that's because, you know, in your heart, you knew in your heart of hearts what you wanted, and somewhere along the line that got lost. And it just feels like you're kind of searching and asking, but you're actually not taking the action. And so I feel like this is a message to, you know, like, you know, you're hearing it, but are you listening? Okay, and this is nurture yourself. So I just asked for some more information. So nurture yourself, Mother Mary, and then yoga. And so this is like moving your body, getting deep into the core of your being and into your body. The nurture yourself, which is Mother Mary, is deep in the listening as well, because the listening aspect is very feminine. It's very ear chakras. It's very clairaudience, and it's very heart. Yeah, when we think of Mother Mary, we're like, oh, in a way, right? And that's the love, right? That's the love, and that's the love that you will feel from following your heart. So Laurel, what is it that you actually need to take action on in following your heart? Or are you that far in the darkness that you actually don't know anymore because you need to cut away all the crap, right? The sword up here. It's like, what do you need to cut away to be able to hear the truth of what your heart is wanting? Feel like you do, and then you just shut it down. Yeah? So Laurel, that is for you. And I see Diane, is it Diane Titoff? Is that how you pronounce your name? You're jumping out there, and I know there's a lot of yes pleases just here, so I'll just go through this list again that's already here. That's why I just jumped on to Diane. So Diane Titoff. Hello everybody joining. All right, so Diane Titoff. Oh, look, the crane bag. Didn't I just use these cards? Did I use these cards in Tuesday Tarot this week? Was it this week? I'm pretty sure it was this week, right? I'm like, oh, this card's familiar because it's, oh no, it's not actually it's the card deck cover as well, the crane bag. I'm pretty sure it was in for this week, wasn't it? Because they're still sitting on my desk. You'd think I would remember. Nope. But no, I don't. Okay, yes, it was. I thought it was. So interesting. So what are you needing to let go of, Diane? And this is interesting as well, coming off Laurel's card. It's like, okay, you're receiving messages, you're asking for the guidance, but are you actually acknowledging that? Are you actually taking action on that? What do you need to let go of? What do you need to cut away? What cupboards do you need to clear out? What skeletons in your closet do you need to clear out? And sometimes, and for you, Diane, specifically, I'm getting like grief in the heart, and it's almost like the grief can hold us back. The grief is like a huge weight. It's like we lock it away in the crane bag, right? And it can manifest as sickness, as short of breath or anxiety, or just like you just know that you're closed off to people and you don't really give too much away. You're just like, yeah, and you just sort of sit on the outskirts, and it just feels like it's time to open that closet. It's time to actually like, it's time to clear out the closet. Yeah. So Diane, that is for you. And just pulled another card for more information, Diane. This is the energy field adjustment. So aura cleansing and health, right? And so when we look at, you know, clearing out the closet and clearing out the cream bag, it's going to shift and change your energy field. It's literally going to change the way you feel. Not just on like a, oh, I feel happy now. Like it's literally, and you feel joy again because you haven't for so long because it's been locked away. It's also like you feel lighter, like energetically you are lighter, right? So that's for you, Diane. And then the dreams. So I'm wondering if you've been having, I want to say prophetic dreams, and I feel like you are highly prophetic, but I feel like you don't trust it, and I feel like you shut it down. I also feel like you've been having a lot of vivid dreams lately, and I wonder if they've been a little bit disturbing you in a way, because I feel like this is part of the clutter wanting to come out, and sometimes disturbing dreams or nightmares are our way of our subconscious processing what we're not willing to face on a day-to-day basis. Yeah, what we're not willing to face on a, you know, like in our day-to-day life, we just keep going, or we just stay busy, or we just don't even make the time for what really we know we need to do. Yeah. So Diane, that is for you. All right. So I have a fresh row of yes pleases if you would like a reading. All right, who have we got here? Thanks for sharing, Bara. Bara. I was looking at your last name, Kara. That's your name, Bara. Barbara Kara. So, yeah. Diane says, you're spot on. Thank you, Hannah. Yes, you're so very welcome. You're so welcome. All right, Josephine, Deanne, I'm seeing you as well. So maybe this is for you both, Deanne and Josephine. And you're right next to each other. So it'd be interesting to see that. Josephine and Deanne. What do we got here? Josephine. Ooh. Josephine, I know a little bit of your history. Allow love. I know you're a very loving person, but I feel like this is, again, relating to the grief in the heart. How interesting. We just spoke about that for Diane. And Deanne, who I'm now reading for, look at this, learn something new. So Deanne, you say like, you're dipping your toe in the water, right? And it's like, yep. You're like, yeah, I know I need to do the thing, but I haven't jumped in. I haven't jumped in. And then so Josephine, allowing love, right? And like I said, I know what you've just been through, and this is the grief. And I feel like this is like the new waters that you're exploring. So I remember what we spoke about on whatever support call we're on, Trust Intuition or whatever we were in. I think it was Trust Intuition maybe. And I feel like the grief that you're releasing is allowing you to explore these new waters. And I keep getting the message for you, Josephine, jump in and look at this. The bottom card is believe in yourself. And so when you look at believing in yourself, Josephine, and I do feel that's about your business as well, look, more dreams. Here's the second deck of cards has also come up about the dreams. So what are the dreams? And this is interesting because I feel that this is very significant for a lot of us on here, right? In your heart is where your dreams live. And yes, you might be having vivid dreams, sleep dreams, but this is really like unlocking what's in your heart, believing in yourself and putting yourself right into like jump in, right? Now, allowing love. So Deanne, for you, I feel like there's something on the horizon. I feel like there's something on the horizon around the corner. I don't feel like you know what it is yet, but I feel like it's very nurturing. It's very nourishing. It's going to fulfill you in ways that you've been wondering how you could have done that before, right? And the reason I'm getting this is because like all the orange here on the horizon, it's like this is related to sacral chakra, but it's very nourishing. It's the, you know, it taps you into like your core of who you are, and it, you know, the sacral chakra is all about cleansing out generational stuff, etc., etc. However, this is really like, I want to say, taking you to a new level and nourishing you in a way that you haven't felt before, right? And the support, and it's kind of like, like stepping into the water, but you know, like stepping in, yes, okay. And it's almost like, but look what's behind you supporting you. You know what I mean? It's like, but you know, it's like you're looking here and you should be with this new thing. And it's like, and look at all the support behind you. And getting that around the support, because the orange is the nourishing, is your purpose, is where your purpose is gestated in our womb, right? So yeah, very much that for you, Deanne. And your dreams, believe in yourself, and your dreams, same thing, right? Believe in yourself because it's right there. And it's, you know, it's about being supported. Oh yeah, the dreams. What are your dreams? Right? And I think, yeah, you're so welcome, Forrest. This, the messages you read for others resonated with me. Love it. I thought Josephine said something here. Where did she say? Oh yes, from the hot seat. Yes. And Josephine says yes, I feel my heart feels kind of closed, not as open because of the grief. Yeah, and that's normal, right? That's normal to feel that. And I feel like, so yeah, I can have another round of yes pleases. That would be awesome. And oh my goodness, where is that? Oh yeah, so Josephine, it's almost like this is melting the grief, right? It's like you're treading, oh, that's what I said, you're entering new waters, you're treading new waters. I think you're entering new waters with feeling this level of grief, which, by the way, is like a deep clearing of the heart chakra, which allows you to hold more love in the long run, right? And I know you know that. And I just feel like there's so many gifts in this water to be explored that you just haven't felt yet. And there's a reason that, I feel like there's a reason that you're exploring this. Covered in goosebumps saying this. There's a reason you're exploring this, that you haven't felt this before, you know, and you're in a very, I want to say, solid space now that you're able to be supported in this grief, and in a way that you can, in a way that you, I want to say, haven't felt before, which is a similar message to Deanne, right? It's like you're feeling supported through this time, and you will be supported through this time in a way that you haven't felt before. And that's really important, you know, like that's really important in a sense of really, you know, what are those dreams? What are those heart's desires, right? And it's like you're exploring new things, Josephine, to, oh, it's so hard to describe. So this new reality that you've been working towards even, and now you've come across this road bump, but it's literally clearing out the grief, which takes you to a deeper level of your purpose in the long run, right? It's like so many messages coming through at once. I'm trying to, whatever. I'm trying to speak and I'm like saying 10 things at once. Okay. I wonder if that's like a light language trying to come through. It's so interesting. It's interesting. Okay. Josephine says, yes, definitely exploring. Thank you so much. Yes, it's definitely that. Okay, let me just scroll this list of new yeses that I asked for. So Deanne says, I have truth bumps right now. That's so me right now. I know what I need to do. Thank you. Yeah, you're so welcome. Okay. The new round of yes pleases. Okay. Laurel says, thank you, Hannah. I find it hard to move, so much wanting love to be what guides me forward. Yeah, and so you have to remember, so I read for Laurel just before. So Laurel, you have to remember, because when you say, I find it hard to move, so much wanting love to be what guides me forward. And sometimes like there's love and there's like pink fluffy, like, oh, everything's amazing love. And then there's tough love. Tough love is where we set the boundaries. Tough love is where we say, I love you, but I love myself more. Tough love is where we cut the cords. Tough love is where we have to walk away at times to actually get clear, and for everybody in the space to get clear on actually what's really going on. Because when we're entangled and entangled into things, it's really hard to see where the floor is and where the ceiling is, right? And so like when you say so much wanting love to be what guides me forward, what you have to remember and understand is that love is always the guiding force, no matter whether it's tough love or pink fluffy love, right? And what I mean by that is underneath that is your, you know, say if you're in a toxic situation, an unhealthy toxic situation, let's just say, right? At the end of the day, you're saying, you know, like, because it might seem like if you're walking away from a toxic situation, that might not seem like love, because it's like, well, this is really toxic and abusive. Like, I don't know what situation you're in, but just in general, right? If we look at it on that extreme to explain this, it's like a really toxic, unhealthy situation, and you know, like saying no and walking away might have been out of anger or fear or scared for your safety, for example, right? And it might not look like love to walk away. But when you really drop under the core of feeling scared, it is a deep desire to feel loved in a safe way. Like, it's all love at its core, right? So when you say, I'm really wanting love to be what guides me forward, and I want to say everything that you want and everything that you have to do and everything that you're thinking about doing comes from love. It comes from love underneath. Underneath all of that, there's love at the core of all of it, always. And so it's always coming from love. But sometimes the layers don't seem like love. But at the end of the day, love is what's fueling that. Yeah, always. So just wanted to say that because I know I read for you just before. Light language, woohoo, I know, right? It's kind of interesting. I just dropped in then too. I'm like, right. That makes sense. All right. So Laura Welly, I'm reading for you. Okay. Yes. Yes, that's true. People hearing that message is so true, right? And I think that's what keeps us stuck at times too, you know? We're like, oh, it has to be from love. It's like, yeah, there's tough love and there's friggin' like pink fluffy love, and it's all love at the end of the day. Okay, so Laura, this is Waves of Prosperity. Check out the mermaid sitting on the banks of the shore. No, she's sitting on a rock in the middle of the ocean. New abundance and exciting opportunities wash over you. Okay, this is kind of a real drop in. Okay, Laura, I feel like you're wanting the best of the best. I feel like you're wanting things, but you are really afraid of claiming them because it feels like you're going to be stuck out on the rock in the middle of the ocean all by yourself and wondering what to do. And it's like you have all of this water around you, but now you're like, so now what? And so I feel like it looks like she's holding a shell in her hand, and I feel like you have got, you know, it's not what, you know, I guess what this, or maybe it is, like you have got the world in your hand. You've got an oyster in your hand of the world. Like you have got everything, and I feel like it's almost like, are you really letting yourself receive that which you desire? Like, and again, this comes back to the start of these readings at the very start around, you know, like you're wanting things, but are you letting yourself receive them? Now, I feel like you are, but I wonder if there's feelings coming up of feeling alone in that or something, right? However, there's positive energy, and I just pulled that card for you to see. Positive energy. And then I also see the Make a Wish. I just pulled another card. You would think that I'm making this up. This is a magical moment. Make a wish and enjoy its manifestation. So I really do feel that there is something there, right? And I'm getting the message to do a shadow meditation. It will kind of like shift and integrate the part of you that's also holding it out here and away from you when you really need to like drink that up. So it feels like, so my shadow meditation you can get for free in my Clear and Activate pack. If you go to my website, realityawareness.com, and you'll see the pink button, the Clear and Activate pack will take you there, and inside that is a shadow meditation. That will help to integrate this part of you that is like I said, pushing it away. It's like you're pushing it away, but you're not. I feel like you're receiving it, but it's almost like a deeper level, a deeper layer of like an unconscious, like, out on a rock by yourself feeling. You know, it's like, no, you won't be alone. You know, and because if you look at the dolphins here, look how many dolphins are like swimming together, and like what do dolphins all represent? Joy and fun and like, you know, togetherness and community. And I just feel like, no, like you're stepping into a space right now where you can literally be surrounded by this and freaking have whatever you want. And I'm really curious, Laura, if this is how you're feeling, if you can give me a bit of feedback, or because this is like obviously very, I want to say very different to what we've just been reading, which is normal, of course, and fine. And it is also a flow-on effect, because when we put those tough love boundaries in place, and love is at the core, because of what are we actually walking away from in the first place when we're leaving toxic situations? Well, it's definitely for this. It's definitely for this. And in the ocean of abundance, as Louise Hay always talks about, there is anything that you could desire, and there is plenty to go around. Yeah? Now, the bottom card of the deck is also the healing heart. And sticking out of that when I picked that up is the self-employment, right? So are you a healer? Do you have your own business? Is there something that you've been doubting about that? Because self-employment is you're a born entrepreneur and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities, right? So Laura says, I feel like I can have whatever I want. It's just when it feels too good to be true, I freak out. Okay. And that's what I was getting the message there about. You're out in the middle of a rock in the middle of the ocean and you're all alone. It's almost like that's the like, okay, I just gotta push this away because, as you say, it's too good to be true. So working with the shadow meditation is how you're going to really shift that, right? I mean, there's lots of ways that you could shift that, but a real simple, fast way is a shadow meditation. And you could work with the shadow meditation like over a week and do it a couple of times in a week and over a longer period even, like if you want to go deeper. But definitely you can use the shadow meditation because it just feels like, no, like, yeah, things are good like that. Oh, look, set your sights higher and watch your thoughts. This is more cards that I pulled up accidentally in that. Okay, let's have a look at this. I like just picking up all the cards. So because I thought I already had, because we had Make a Wish and the positive energy, but then I must have half shuffled them or something. And then we've got Set Your Sights Higher. So yeah, you can receive that. Helpful person, maybe there is somebody that can help you with that. I guess that's your shadow meditation right there. Watch your thoughts. So as you know, it's too good to be true. Well, then you're going to sabotage it. And where does that stem from? Not feeling safe to receive what you're worth, which is the father healing. It's a masculine issue. And then the empowerment. So if you go deeper with the shadow meditation, father stuff might come up or masculine energy stuff. And then you've got empowerment to have the positive energy to make a wish, because ultimately, as you know, you can have whatever you want. So there we go. That's for you, Laura. That is for you. All right, I'll have another round of yes pleases. Thank you. All right. And another way to quote unquote stop the freak out too is to always think bigger. And maybe you're already doing this, but when we've got something, it's kind of like, I want to say, instead of focusing on what you've got, think bigger. What's the next thing that you'll be doing? Like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? You know, and maybe, like I said, you're already doing that, but yeah, that's really important as well. Sometimes we just get stuck on like the now. And then ego goes, no, not, I'm going to die because this is already here. It's like, no, but what next? What next? All right, Aisha, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but Aisha and the Goddess deck called Peace. I know we've just come off that reading for Laura and Aisha. I wonder if it's similar. It's a similar thread of it's too good to be true, because the peace. And Aisha, if you can just let me know if you're in a relationship or not. And because I'm picking up something about a relationship, and it's very similar to my blog that I talk about. I think I just shared it the other day. This is what happens when you remove yourself from a toxic relationship, is that the peace can feel really good and like a relief. And it's like, and then after a while, like, because we're not used to the peace, it is a rewriting and it is a reconfiguring, if you may, to actually accept the peace and actually rewrite our system to feel the peace. Because like I said, when we've come out of that toxic, adrenaline, addictive, unhealthy, fighting, arguing, whatever, put down like situation, could be work, could be intimate, could be whatever, and then we finally get this point where it's peaceful, it's almost like we're on edge and we're like waiting for the explosion, or we're like waiting for the next thing, because that's all we've been used to, right? Now, what we have to remember in this point in time is that we, number one, there's always cycles of life, okay? But at the same time, when we do the inner work, reality shifts and we do feel the peace more so, right? And I just feel like, I'm like, can you accept that? Oh, look at the bottom card. Oh, can we all say, oh? Yes, you are. Yep, and that's correct. Okay, yeah. Oh, it's the bottom card, true love. The romantic stirrings in your heart have propelled the universe to deliver great love to you. And so I feel like this is like an accepting thing. Yeah, this is an acceptance thing of actually receiving what you've actually been working so damn hard to receive, right? To create boundaries. So the way it's going to quote unquote stay that way is by boundaries. So, covered in goosebumps, keep up everything that you're doing, right? Can you increase, I want to say, can you increase the boundaries? And it's not so much like create big walls. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm like, where else can you create boundaries? Where else can you self-love yourself a bit harder? You know, like that's kind of where that's coming from. And then if I look at what flipped over when I pulled out boundaries. This was the bottom card. This is now the bottom card, sacred space. So create an altar, connect with an altar, or visit a power place to connect with the divine. And that's very much, you know, like keeping in with the boundaries, like keep your space sacred, keep doing what's working right now. This one here, Athena, is your inner wisdom. So trusting your intuition, right? You know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delay. So it's very much keeping this, right? And it's like, oh, yeah. So it's like confirmation for you. Yeah, it's confirmation. So things that you can do is like literally telling your system, your body, your brain, you know, all those things that, you know, especially if you have a wave of it and you're like, and you can feel it. Like you have to remember that your body will go through a detox process from being out of an environment like that too, right? And you know, I think we forget that at times too. So when we feel like it and we're like waiting for it, it's also that we're detoxing from that. Yeah, so things that you can do are, you know, like breath techniques that can really calm your nervous system down, spending time in nature, noticing, being mindful what foods you eat, but also telling yourself, it's okay, we're safe now. That was in the past. It's okay to feel peaceful. It's okay, we're safe now. Like, you know, like those sorts of things. Like we're rewriting the new reality right now. This is how it always is now. Like it's okay. This is how it is. Like all those things really help as well, right? So yeah, that's for you, Aisha. Yeah. Oh, so special, right? So special. All right. Okay, let's have a look here. Is Jackie Taylor here? Is Jackie Taylor still here? I guess I'm asking because some people disappear. And that's not okay. I only read for people who are still here. So, Jackie Taylor. Yeah, if you can just let me know if you're here. Hi, beautiful people. Some new people joining us. All right. Not hearing a response from Jackie yet. So I'm going to pick, unless I hear from her, of course. Is it Guyane or Guyane? And Kimberly. I'm reading both of you at the same time. All right. So Kimberly and Guyane. Guyane. Okay. Yes. All right. So first of all, now I did pull this and it was for Jackie, but I haven't heard from her. However, when I pulled this card, I was like, oh, well, this makes sense of like everything that we've been reading on this reading, right? Play. Yeah, it's the play card. So for Gayan and Kimberly, play. Just gonna leave that there for a minute. Then I pulled Gayan, wedding, and Kimberly, trustworthy guidance. Now these are like intertwining, right? So if we look at this, Gayan, the wedding, of course this can mean a wedding. It can mean getting married. It can mean all those things. This also means commitment, right? And so Gayan, can you let me know if you're in a relationship? Yeah, I just need to wait to hear about that first, because getting more information. But if you can, yeah, just let me know if you're in a relationship or are you married. For Kimberly, trustworthy guidance. All right, so obviously this man is like painting or something. And for Kimberly, I'm like, what do you need to write? What is it that you need to write? Like, what is it that you need to write? It's almost like I don't want to say anything else. Like, what is it that you need to write? And it's almost like, and I'm wondering if it's like a contract or something like that. There is mountains. I don't know if it's in a painting or through a window, but there's mountains in the background. Okay, you started journaling. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So you started journaling. And so I feel like this is journaling your reality into existence. As you said, you started journaling, right? And there's mountains. So I feel like I'm wondering if you like have surmounted to like surmounted a mountain. Like, have you just been through something in the past? Like, it feels like you're climbing a mountain. Yes, I'm dealing with a contract. Okay, yeah, so contract. All right, so journaling is awesome. And so I'm not sure what the contract is, but the trustworthy guidance is always about trusting your intuition, which is no brainer, right? But it's like, really trust yourself on the mountain that you're surmounting right now and coming into deeper clarity of yourself and your reality. So journaling in the outcome that you want of that contract, right? You are climbing a mountain. It is with my health. Okay. Yes. All right. So, and it's almost like those combined, I want to say it feels like it makes you foggy in trusting yourself in that regard. But I feel like clarity is coming, and I feel like the mountain, I feel like you're still going up the mountain, and I'm not sure what the contract is, but I'm like, the contract's tied into your health. I don't know, like, what's that about, right? Yeah, you have rare autoimmune disease, and Jade is helping. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Jade's amazing. Jade's amazing for that. And so with this, the trustworthy guidance, the contract, you know, and what I was getting the message of as well about contract was about past life stuff. So I feel like, yeah, Kimberly says, yeah, I'm not trusting. So, and I feel like the past life meditation is going to help you to unlock whatever it is about that, right? So the contract's opening new business. There we go. It's tied into your health. Interesting, right? So, so I would do a past life meditation to release any contracts that are holding you back. It could be, you know, I feel like I want to say it's regarding your health, it's regarding the business, it's regarding surmounting this mountain, but I'm like, it's all tied in together, right? So do the past life meditation with the intention to release any contracts and vows. Well, that's what we're doing that meditation anyway, alongside other things. But I feel like that's going to really help surmount this mountain. Now, with my clients, sometimes I recommend doing the past life meditation 3 times in the space of 10 days to a week. So unless it really calls you to do it every day for 3 days, like 1, 2, 3. But sometimes we need a bit of space because it is very deep work. So if you could make a commitment to doing it, I'm getting the 3 times over 2 weeks for you. For some reason, that magic number 3 just unlocks things. And just technically it's like new business, health, and not trusting yourself. Like maybe that's sort of all tied in that one sort of like, you know, channel, if you may. So I definitely work with that. And what was I just gonna say? Yeah, and so and that will help to kind of seal the deal, seal the commitment, if you may, seal the deal, which enables the play and the freedom to come back, the joy of life around that, right? Okay, and then so Gayan said that you have been single for years and you're waiting for someone special. Where is he? And you say you used to be engaged. Okay, thanks. Because Or Kimberly believes in the power of 3. Exactly, right? It's powerful. Like, yeah, it's a thing. I think in our modern day reality, we're stuck in the 3D reality. Like, I have a feeling that's got something to do with what we unlock with that. So yeah, so Gayan, thank you for sharing that. Like I said, because the used to be engaged is the wedding. And this is what I was picking up. I was like, are you in a relationship? Because and I did sort of get that, and that's why I'm like, I just need to ask for clarity, because you used to be engaged, right? If you haven't done a proper ceremony to unhook from that engagement, we need to unengage yourself, like literally. Now, maybe obviously you're not in a relationship anymore, you're not engaged, you're not getting married, like, but energetically, you're still engaged, right? And I mean, maybe you've already done this, right? But there's something, it's like you're still tied to that. Because when you say like, I'm waiting for someone special, where is he? I'm like I was already sort of picking that up. I'm like, there's something here. And that's why I started, I was getting the past life thing as well around the contracts, right? And that's what I was getting for you too, the past life with the contracts to do with the wedding. But that's why I asked more information, because and again, I would also recommend for you to do my past life meditation. And by the way, guys, if you do my past life meditation, if you don't understand it, if you don't, if it doesn't make sense, if you're like, this was really big and I need support with this, post what happened. Like when you do, and this goes for any of my meditations, guys, because this is what I do with my clients as well. It's like when you do the meditation, whatever happens in the meditation, what you feel, what you see, what memories come back, whatever, like post it in the Reality Awareness support group, because I can then go in and help decipher what's going on for you, right? And then we can kind of go from there, what your next steps are or whatever. So Gayan, if you do the past life meditation, that you can do the past life meditation with the intention to unhook from the current engagement. Now that might seem like, oh, but that's not a past life. And it's like, well, technically it is, because it's in the past. Like, do you know what I mean? I've definitely worked with clients where I'm like, okay, let's do the past life meditation. And then like all this childhood stuff has come up and I'm like, well, it's still your past, right? It's technically a past life when you consider how different your life is compared to when you were growing up. You know what I mean? So you can definitely use it for that. I would definitely recommend that for you specifically, because we need to unlock the vows and contracts, which is what happens in the past life meditation. There's lots of things that happen in that past life meditation. There's lots of reasons why we do certain things in the meditation for sure. But a big part, a part of it is actually releasing and undoing any vows or contracts that you have made. So energetically that would work. And then depending on how you feel after that, Gayan, you could do that past life again, like for 3 times as well. And you could specifically do it like, because if you've been engaged to this current man that you're not with anymore, like that might have happened in previous lifetimes with you guys. And so you could do it for this life, and then you could do it another 2 times just to sort of clear that core. If there was past life, I'm getting that sense that there was for you. And that's why I was getting like the past life contracts like that for you. And yeah, and that sort of thing as well. Because then it's going to enable your joy to come back and energetically not be tied in, so that you've got the purity and innocence to, I want to say, start again, to attract from that clear energetic space, if that makes sense. Yeah, perfect. Yes, past life. Wow, thank you so much. Yeah, definitely. It's so important. Like even if you're coming out of a relationship breakup or anything like that, the cards. Oh, look, okay. It's like, where's the cards? So I'll talk about the bottom card too. Yeah, to do like a ceremony of some sort, like a sacred ceremony, like it only has to be light a candle, like you could go extravagant, of course. But you can definitely do a ceremony of some sort and literally like untangle yourself from that relationship, whether you're engaged or not, whether you're married or not, because ultimately there's a bond, there's a tie. And if this is if you are struggling to attract a relationship or the relationship that you want, if you go back through and unhook from all of those relationships, it's a very big process, by the way, so just be mindful. So if any of you have done my releasing every sexual partner like ritual before, if you guys have ever done that, it's pretty big, right? So don't underestimate the power of doing something like this. You could go through and do this process and literally like all these like people will come out of the blue and contact you because this is what you're releasing. Like, it's deep work. But if you go through and like release, and so a simple process is literally like writing down 10 things that you really disliked in the relationship and what hurt you or whatever. Now, don't limit it to 10. If more stuff comes out, this is the purge, let it come out, and then throw that piece of paper away or safely burn it. And then get another piece of paper and write down 10 lessons and or gifts and or things that you did like about that relationship, right? And they're the things that you keep. And then you do that for every relationship you've ever been with in your lifetime, which again can be a lot for some people and it can be not many for other people. And again, keep the good ones, keep the ones that you like, right? And then once you've done that process, again, it might not happen in one sitting because it can be quite big. Once you've done that process, then you can keep the ones that you've liked, right? All the 10 points that you've liked about each of those relationships. Those points that you liked about the relationship are what's important to you in a relationship, are things that you value. Now, some people get lost in trying to, I want to say, find a partner or a relationship or whatever it is, or they get into a relationship and it's the same patterns, right? Or they're just not clear about what they want in a relationship, so they'll just attract anything and they're like, whoa, actually, this is not what I want, right? The universe loves clarity, okay? And this is going to be a way to get you super clear on what you want. So those points, those 10 points that you like on each of those relationships, if you take them away from the relationship and you just kind of write them on a fresh piece of paper, that's what's really important to you in a relationship. That's what you value. And when you're clear on your values and you're clear on what you want, you also attract someone who's also clear on what they want, who also knows what they value. And those people usually lead a better life. We usually lead a better life, a more clearer life, a happier life when we are clear on what we value, because then we won't tolerate anything that is not that. Yeah, and we talked about this tough love earlier on and the self-love and how can we have stronger boundaries to, like keep that peace. That's exactly how we do it. So really powerful process. Don't underestimate it. And yes, and as Kimberly says, I will do that releasing of sexual past partners. Yeah, that ritual. So if you guys haven't done that ritual, you can incorporate that releasing every sexual partner's ritual with the one that I just recommended for you guys. You can just comment releasing below. It is in my Reality Awareness support group. So if you haven't seen it in there, just comment releasing below and I will add you to the group and tag you in the video in there, so you can do that alongside of it, right? So the bottom card for you guys is ground yourself. Now, when we look at this, it is very much about being conscious of our connection to the earth, being conscious of, like being grounded in your body. And when we've been in pain or trauma or anything like that, we usually don't, we're not grounded. Yeah, because it's too painful to be in our body because it's going to bring up the grief and we don't want to deal with that, right? So the grounded and being grounded is literally about, like bringing this grounding down into your body. Yeah, bringing the grounding, like when you release the pain, when you release the hurt, when you release all those contracts with all the partners like we've just been talking about, you're able to come into you. And when you're able to come into you with a deep-seated clarity and what you value in life of everything we've just been talking about, when you're grounded, you can do life consciously, clearly, be all of that. Yeah, this literally will change your life. That ritual will change your life. Yeah. Kimberly says, I'm in the Reality Awareness, you pay monthly. You're in Transcendence Reality Society as well. Yeah, that's the next level up. You're in the next level. But yeah, that's awesome. But if you're in the Reality Awareness support group, I can tag you in that as well. Yeah, Samantha says, thank you for that. I'm doing it. Definitely been single for 15 years. Exactly. So like I said, if I don't get to read you guys, if you listen carefully, there's always a message for you, right? And that's like, yeah, catching the live stream or catching the replay and just scanning the little toggle across and pressing play and listening. Yeah, you're definitely going to get messages for yourself too. So Kimberly says, I like the idea of writing down 10 negatives and 10 positives. Yes, it's very, very powerful. And you could do that with any situation. If you wanted to release any situation or event in your life that still kind of comes up into the surface of your awareness, like that is you know, like a powerful thing of like writing down 10 things that you disliked about that situation. And like I said, it can turn into a purge session and just let it come out and then throw it in the bin, put it in the fire, whatever. And then always finish it with rewriting like 10 positive things, 10 things that you liked, 10 things that you learned from that situation, because writing your reality into existence, right, allows you to accomplish mountains in your life. Oh, this side, the mountains, yeah. And the trustworthy guidance, like you are important, you are clear in what you want. Like this makes you clearer when you're not carrying all the freaking shit from the past, right? Anna says the messages are always spot on, even when you're reading for someone else. It's so powerful. Yeah, I'm covered in goosebumps when I read that as well. I love that so much. All right, that's all the readings I'm doing for this live stream. So I'm just going to speak now about the Life Purpose Accelerator. Thank you all for joining me live. I love having you guys here. I love reading, and I felt so called to come on this evening and talk about that. So Stars is saying hi. Don't know if you can hear him. What's up, baby? Hi, Stazzy. Gonna come in? Come on, Bruni. You're gonna have to push that door open. He's saying hi. Thanks for praying for me. I came home. I came back. Come on, you can push that door open. You can go walk about for 3 weeks. I'm pretty sure you can just edge that door open. Come on. He's definitely saying hi. He's definitely saying hi. That's for sure. All right. So yeah, what cards did I use on this live stream? Awesome question. So I used the Daily Guidance from Your Angels. That was the last deck that we were just reading there. Yeah. So Daily Guidance from Your Angels. We read from the Indigo Angels Oracle cards as well. It's an awesome idea to go through the cards. Or maybe we didn't. I don't know that I actually read from this deck. I don't think I did. They've been sitting here open. Let's pull a card. I don't think I actually read from this deck. No, I didn't. I've got decks open that I didn't read from. I'm going to pull a quick card. Karen says, I got a lot from your reading tonight. Yes, hopefully next time for me. Yes. So Brandy says, how can I help my child to do the release meditation? Can you give me a bit more information? So when you say do the release meditation, like, do you mean the process that we just spoke about? If yes, can you let me know how old they are and what situation they would be releasing from? If you can let me know that. See, I told you that you could come in. Oh no, it's not you. Are you still sitting there, Stars? It's another cat. Simba. Simba's skinnier and smaller. Okay, so the Indigo cards is this one, the expression to be your full self, which definitely stems into the Life Purpose Accelerator that I was going to start talking about anyway. The Life Purpose Accelerator is 6 months deep one-on-one working with me. You get access to Transcendence Reality Society, to Trust Your Intuition. You get access to every course that I release over the period of time that you're working with me. You get access to any meditation that I release. Basically anything I create, you get instant access to, plus the one-on-one work. You get unlimited text, voice message with me, unlimited psychic readings, of course. We've got distance healings, reality reconfiguration. There's phone calls in there as well. There's everything that you get in this space working with me. And the Life Purpose Accelerator deeply allows you to come into the full expression of who you are. No more hiding. When I first saw this, I thought it was a peacock. And if you look at the colors, it's kind of like, you know, the peacock colors. And it's literally like, can you express yourself? Like, are you comfortable expressing yourself? Are you really like in that space to be all that you are and all that you're born to be? Like, that's what this is about, right? So the time to create, this is what the bottom card of the deck is. It's like, it's time to create yourself. It's time to, as we read on those other cards, it's time to journal your reality into existence. And I'm not going to be able to find it because I shuffled from that deck. But it's literally about writing your reality. It's like being who you're meant to be. Like, you know, there's deep stuff inside of you that wants to come out, and your creation is your expression, is the reason. Like, you are pure creation. You were born pure creation. Like, look at the magnificent, like, miracle that you are, right? And it's time to express that in the world. So that's those cards. That's the Indigo Angel, deeply aligning to the Life Purpose Accelerator and creating yourself. The Listen card. So we did pull the Listen. We did use the Ascended Masters deck as well. These are all Doreen Virtue decks. I love them. I think I didn't use that deck, no, because I opened several decks and then I don't use them all. We definitely used the Oracle of the Mermaids, which was also Tuesday Tarot this week as well. And we also used more mermaids because I love the freaking ocean. And this is the Mermaids and Dolphins deck. And are you paying attention to the messages that you received this evening is what I definitely want to say. So Samantha says, I have all them decks. I love them. Yes. Yes. So beautiful. Love that so much. All right, so if you'd like to work one-on-one with me, Life Purpose Accelerator only has a couple more days on this intake that is open. So the link is in the title of the live stream, or you can send me a message if you've got any questions about it. You can also find it on my page, and I shall see you guys real soon. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Keep it real.